Welcome to Reanimal, where everything you know about animals is completely wrong. Tarsier Studios, the creators of Little Nightmares 1 and 2, have returned to take us on a much darker and terrifying adventure than ever before. In this horror adventure, a brother and sister traverse through hell to rescue their missing friends and escape the island they once called home. This game looks incredible, and if you're a fan of Little Nightmares, you are sure to love this one. Now, let's take a look at this game, all of its information, and touch on a potential theory. So, what is the story about? Like I said, this will be a co-op horror game where we play as a brother and sister that need to work together to escape the island they're stuck on. However, this is no ordinary island. It's home to monstrous creatures that resemble both human and animal. The two siblings will traverse through this hell in hopes to rescue their missing friends. We will explore by boat and on land, as we must use our wits to survive, work together, and uncover the dark secrets that haunt us. This game is really going to step up the horror atmosphere, which will separate it from the devs' previous work. There will be an emphasis on tension and creating an unmatched, claustrophobic, thrilling horror experience. The world we explore will be an intriguing yet terrifying adventure, where the main path is only one part of this fragmented story. So that means tons of lore. Along the way, we will discover all sorts of mysterious locations, each with its own story to tell. But as we go forward, our troubled past will catch up, and the monsters tormenting us might have something to do with it. Like I mentioned earlier, this will be a co-op adventure, both local and online, or you can just play alone if you'd like. As of making this video, there is no release date yet, but we can assume it will release sometime later next year. Although we did get the announcement trailer that just released, and it shows off the intense monster creatures that terrorize this unique world. So let's take a look.
Nothing lasts forever.
The trailer begins with the siblings arriving to the island, which of course makes us wonder how or why they are here. But right from the start, you can see just how massive and eerie this location is going to be. It then cuts to the pair climbing a long ladder, which is probably how they are able to get up to the buildings. From here, we watch as a seemingly innocent sheep begins to contort its body, and we hear every bone crack. Sound design is going to play a large role in the game, which will enhance the horror atmosphere. In the next shot, there is a group of people in the distance that are likely inhabitants of this island, or they could be our friends that we are looking for. Either way, this means we will likely run into other people that are not our friends. But what's most interesting here is the gnome-shaped person standing up. This could be a reference to the gnomes from the Little Nightmare games. That being said, Reanimal is completely separate from the Little Nightmare story, so while there will likely be many similarities and or Easter eggs, I don't think any of the lore is going to mix. The trailer then cuts to us in a boat with other people. These are probably our friends, the ones we are looking for on the island, so this could be part of the game's ending. Regardless, it's a nice shot of just how dark the atmosphere is going to be. Following this, we get a creepy look at a person dragging a body into the cinema. He is also wearing a hat. Keep this in mind, just like in Little Nightmares, we will need to sneak around these enemies, but hold that thought because we will be seeing this person again. The trailer's tone begins to change, and we watch as what looks like a headless creature peers out looking for the siblings. You can see destroyed beds everywhere, so this building could have been an orphanage or something like that. I'm not sure what this animal could be, but this won't be the last time we see it. Next, we finally get a good look at what our main protagonists look like. The brother wears some kind of bag over his head, while the sister wears what looks like a bunny mask. I'm sure this will have some kind of lore implications that we will eventually learn about. She is also carrying a light. It seems like she will find this along the way and carry it with her. This makes me wonder if both characters will be using any tools or weapons throughout the game, as they haven't really showed any footage of them attacking enemies. So we could just be running away the whole time, or we might fight back. But just like in Little Nightmares, I'm sure there will be other smaller enemies that we will end up fighting. In the following shot, the two are walking along a beach, and this shows off the massive size of the world around them. These games do a great job at manipulating size to elevate horror. From here, a massive sheep sticks its long head through the window as if it's going to eat the kid. This could be the sheep we saw at the beginning of the trailer, but we will get a better look at it soon. A creature then jumps out of a window in a very dark room. Even if we turn up the brightness, I can't quite make out what this is, but I think it's the sheep that we have been seeing, so I'll talk about it later on in the video. The brother and sister run through dark halls, and we find them again on a boat. Surrounding them is what looks like dead people in the water. There are also these weird hands sticking out as well. I'm not sure what they could be. My guess is that we will have to navigate through the water without getting grabbed. But this shot is just one of the many examples of just how dark this game is going to be. Following this, the two kids are running away from a creature chasing them on a bike. But what you might have missed is that this creature's head is upside down. Obviously, this is a human turned into a monster, but it makes you wonder what the heck happened that could have turned them into this. This chase is an example of the heightened tension the game is going to bring that we are familiar with from the other Little Nightmare games.
I thought you were dead.
The trailer cuts to a monster climbing. I believe this is the headless monster we saw early on, considering the fur and long legs. But what's interesting is it looks like there are kids climbing or riding it. This could mean that not all creatures are bad. What do you guys make of this? We then get a few awesome shots of the two running, and these weird boneless human-like creatures start chasing them, when all of a sudden a massive water monster appears, showing us that nowhere is safe. Quickly after, the same hat-wearing person from the cinema starts looking for the two kids, so this shot is probably inside that area. He reminds me of the janitor from Little Nightmares 1. Clearly, we are going to be getting chased a lot. The sister is then seen floating off the ground twitching, with the brother and a few others around her. So clearly something is going to happen to her. I wonder if she will get possessed. She could play a much bigger role in all of this than we think. In the next shot, we finally get a good look at the sheep from before. I think this is the creature that jumped out of the window. Not only does it look like a sheep, but it has human arms and legs. So this is both human and sheep. Something terrifying is happening at this island. I wonder if all the creatures are human and animal hybrids. Then the trailer ends. This trailer was great, and it shows off just how dark and disturbing the game is going to be. It gave us a look at many of the different enemies on the island, so I can say with confidence that Reanimal is going to be absolutely terrifying, and I cannot wait for it. I want to quickly talk about a theory as to what will happen in the game. This sheep is likely going to be the main antagonist. Now, sheep are known as a sacrificial symbol, so one of the siblings might need to sacrifice themselves in order to save their friends. This could explain why we see the sister floating. How do you guys feel about Reanimal? Are you excited for it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you like horror game content like this, please consider subscribing. Also, if you want to support the channel more, you can become a member. Don't forget to follow my Twitter at TerrifyT. Thanks for watching.